Welcome to our final station for Experience Easter, resurrection. The word means coming back to life, and we think about when Jesus came back to life that very, very first Easter time. For this station, you'll just need a piece of paper and something to draw with, a crayon or pencil or felt pen. At Easter time, Christians often build a little model of the tomb that had Jesus in. A bit like this one. I've put this model into my garden. You might be able to hear the birds singing, and we'll be thinking about what happened that very first Easter time. It was early on the Sunday morning after the Sabbath was over, and Mary Magdalene and 2 other women set out at dawn to visit the tomb where Jesus had been laid. As they came near the entrance, they were very startled to find that the stone, the enormous stone that had been rolled across the entrance of the tomb, was moved away from the entrance. And there was a dazzling figure of an angel there who said, "Don't be afraid. I know what you're looking for," the angel said to them. "You're looking for Jesus who was crucified. He's not here. He has risen, just as he said he would. Come and see the place where he lay." And they went and had a look, and they could see inside the tomb that it was empty, except for a piece of cloth. That was the cloth that Jesus' body had been wrapped in. So the grave clothes that Jesus had been wrapped in weren't left in a crumpled heap on the ground. They were very neatly folded and placed into the tomb. And the reason his body wasn't in there was just as the angel had said, because Jesus is risen. He is alive. And he never died again. He appeared to over 500 people after his resurrection. He had meals with them. They could touch his skin. He was real. And then he ascended to heaven, and he's still alive today. And Christians look in the empty tomb and celebrate. But before we think about that, I wonder if you would like to think about those women when they first went into the garden and first saw the tomb empty. I wonder, what do you think they felt like? Pause the video and have a little think, and maybe talk to the person next to you about it. How do you think those women felt? And then how do you think they felt when they heard the angel's news that Jesus is alive? Jesus was put to death on a cross like a criminal. Even though he hadn't ever done anything wrong, he'd certainly not done anything to deserve this awful punishment at all. But as we've heard, the Bible tells us that on the 3rd day came the resurrection. Jesus was raised to life once again, giving his followers the hope that death is not the end of everything. In fact, in some ways, it's just the beginning. And that's why we celebrate Easter every year as Christians. Over 2,000 years later, it's the greatest thing to celebrate because Jesus is alive. He is with us, whatever we're going through. He knows about it, and he is with us because he is alive. I'm going to say a prayer in a minute, and then after that, perhaps you'd like to take your piece of paper and design an Easter celebration card. Something that reflects something about Jesus dying on the cross, and then the empty tomb, Jesus rising to life. An Easter card for somebody special, and you can give it to them. But let's pray first. Dear God, thank you that you love the world so much that you sent Jesus to die on a cross for us. Thank you that he didn't just die, but you raised him to life on the third day, and that he is alive today. Help us always to remember that he is with us and that you love us perfectly through him. Amen.